What's up, pedalheads? It's your main man, Eddie Monster here, back with another exciting edition of 5 minutes or less. That's right, heavy metal reviews at breakneck speeds, and we've got a special one for all of you today. I've been looking forward to this. Unfortunately, I didn't get my box set yet, but as soon as I do, I will do an unboxing. And as always, hit that subscribe button. That's right, smash it. Make sure you follow. I try to come up with as much content as humanly possible. All right. As I said before, this is a special edition because the band that I'm bringing to you started their careers 40 years ago. That's right, in 1986, they were known as Black Death. But in 1991, their journey began as Darkthrone when they released Soulside Journey. And now, 40 years later, from 86 to 2026, they have a brand new album out called Prehistoric Metal. There was a lot of like, what does that mean? We'll get to that. But Fenriz and Nocturnal Culto have been doing this partnership for so long that it just makes sense. This is their 21st studio album. That's right. Their first since 2024's It Beckons Us All. And what an album. Now, as I said, prehistoric metal. What does that mean? It's kind of them going back to their roots, and you're going to find that out in a lot of the songs that are on this album. It kicks off with They Found One of My Graves, which in my opinion is just a straight up, in-your-face, hard-charging metal track. That's all it is, and it's amazing. All right, then you get to Prehistoric Metal. And this is where it gets interesting because I feel like this track is an evolution of their influences going all the way, because it starts off sort of sounding like a Motorhead song, right? That charging bass line, the double pedal drums and everything, and then it kind of evolves into a more Merciful Fate sound as the song keeps going, and then it kind of goes into that early Darkthrone sound that we all loved from Transylvanian Hunger and so on and so forth. I loved Prehistoric Metal, the actual title track. It was absolutely amazing. There are several tracks on this album that just have, I feel like Merciful Fate, or King Diamond anyways, was such a huge influence on this album. Several tracks on the album sound just like it. Deeply Rooted, right? Just has that Merciful Fate sound, but with a little bit of thrash elements thrown in there. The Dry Wells of Hell has Nocturno doing a pretty good impression of King Diamond, I might say, hitting those high notes in that track. And then you got Eat, Eat, Eat Your Pride, which is a straight up metal classic that's on the album. Loved it. They have a really cool instrumental that's on the album as well. And then there's Eon 4, which closes the album. And I love this track because it's very sludgy as far as the rhythm section is concerned. And for all of you know, the rhythm section, it's bass and drums, right? Well, it's very sludgy, and then it kind of mixes in the black metal guitars before it just goes straight up metal up your ass. Only the way that Darkthrone can do it. This was a highly enjoyable album. I had a ton of fun. It's 8 tracks. These guys, they keep it simple. You don't need to come up with 14, 15 tracks on an album. No, they've been doing this for 40 years. They've got a formula, and I'm loving the fact that they're exploring their metal side a little bit more. Makes it so much more enjoyable for me to see them kind of mix their black metal roots, obviously, with their metal roots as well. So I think you should definitely check out this album. It's great. It gets 4.77 stars out of 5 for a final grade. That's right, with all the tracks and all the grades calculated, the average is 4.77. Remember, check it out. Prehistoric Metal, Darkthrone. It's out there. It's everywhere. And as always, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys next time. Stay metal.